Welcome to this podcast segment of A Beautiful Day to Learn at samahan niyo ko with various discussion on education, literature, journalism, and communication. For this segment, we will talk about the 12 literary compositions which influence our world. And yes, noon pa lang meron ng hashtag influencers. Pero sa ngayon, 1 to 6 muna tayo. So this is going to be part 1. At bago ang lahat, mag-pop quiz muna po tayo. And we have a true or false. Our statement goes like this. The Mahabharata is the source of myths and legends in Greece. Ayan ha, whatever your answers are, reserve nyo muna yan. Let's begin our discussion with the first 6 literary compositions, and here they are. We have the Bible or the sacred writings, the Koran, the Iliad and Odyssey, the Mahabharata, the Canterbury Tales, Uncle Tom's Cabin, and let's figure out kung ano-ano ang mga ito. First is the Bible. This has become the basis of Christianity originating from Palestine and Greece. Well, palagay nyo, ilan ba ang books ng ating Bible? We actually have 39 for the Old Testament and 27 for the New Testament. And it is nice to know na collection of books talaga ang Bible at ang sinasabi na there is a supernatural spirit which governed the writing of these books. And take note ha, ang dami na nung 39 books, tapos meron pang 27. Again, the Bible became the basis of all Christianity. According to conventional Islamic belief, the second book, which is the Koran, was revealed by the angel Gabriel to the Prophet Muhammad in the West Arabian towns, Mecca and Medina. So yung ating Koran, meron po siya talagang intervention ng ating angel Gabriel. Mapapansin din nyo na uy, wait lang, Angel Gabriel, di ba sa Bible yan? So possibly merong relationship yung dalawa. From the perspective of a Catholic, it is amazing to know that yes, the Quran contains narratives, some of which center on biblical persons such as Adam, Moses, Jesus, Mary, Noah, and Abraham. Ibig sabihin, meron pa ring similarities ang Bible at ang Quran. So, we're done with the first 2 books. Let's go with the third book. Ito ha, for sure na pag-aralan nyo to nung high school, the Iliad and Odyssey. The Iliad and Odyssey are 2 epics which served as sources of myths and legends of the country Greece. The Iliad describes the Trojan War and fall of Troy. The Odyssey describes the voyages of Odysseus on his way back from the Trojan War. Uy, wait! Fall of Troy? Tandang-tanda natin yung paggamit ng Trojan horse dito as what you can see on screen. And dito natin na-encounter sina Achilles, Diomedes, Odysseus, Agamemnon. Narinig nyo na rin ang Helen of Troy, ang napakagandang si Helen. And of course, our gods and goddesses na talagang makukulay ang mga kwento. We actually have Zeus, Aphrodite, Demeter, Poseidon, Hera, and then we have Hestia, Athena, Ares, Dionysus, Artemis. Very familiar tayo dyan. And even now, we do have the games such as Gods of Olympus, Zeus on the Loose, and such. The fourth book is the Mahabharata, the longest epic of the world. Napakakulay ng epic na ito. The same that we say that Hinduism is a very rich religion. It's very sacred and is very colorful. This is written by Vyasa with 18 parvas or 18 chapters. And this is also one of the Sanskrit epics of ancient India in Hinduism. Eto medyo magtatagal ako here because I really love Hinduism. I love Indian literature and this is something that I'd like to share to you. Sa Hinduism kasi merong tinatawag na Trimurti. Yan yung mga ultimate divine. Kumbaga, Siguro sa Catholic, we call it as Trinity, di ba? Pero sa kanila, Trimurti. Tatlo yung bumubuo diyan, si Brahma, the creator, and he is there at the far left side of the screen. Si Vishnu, the preserver, and Shiva, the destroyer. Si Brahma, he is considered as the creator. Meron siyang 4 heads, and you can see it here. Actually, mas nakikita nyo lang yung 3 heads. And these heads symbolize the 4 knowledges or yung Vedas na tinatawag nila. Kumbaga, 360 degrees kasi yung pagtingin. He has 4 arms, which carry different symbols of power. A goblet, a bow, a scepter, and also the Vedas. At the middle, nabanggit ko naman, siya si Vishnu. So yung color niya is medyo bluish. Others call him as Lord Vishnu, and he is called as, nabanggit ko po, ano yun? As the preserver. His 4 arms carry different symbols of power. A discus, yung parang circular, a lotus flower, a conch shell, and a mace. At the right naman ay si Shiva. You will know who Shiva is because of the moon on his head. Meron siyang kaprasong crescent moon sa kanyang ulo. Actually, left side ng ulo niya. And then he has a snake as a necklace. He is carrying a trident, parang si Poseidon, di ba? Para din siyang nagsasayaw. At hindi porket sinabing si Shiva ay the destroyer ay evil na agad. Akala kasi ng iba, pag the destroyer, bad agad. But the truth is, Shiva is actually the destroyer of evil. Among these 3, mas marami ang nagwo-worship kay Vishnu and Shiva. Pero balikan natin tong nasa gitna, which is Lord Vishnu. Lord Vishnu has 10 incarnations or avatars, also known as Dashavatara. O, diba, avatars? Others are saying meron siyang 13 avatars, pero meron din daw na 24. But we will stick with the first 10. And sinasabi that the 10 avatars are 10 incarnations. Ito yung time na bumabalik si Vishnu on earth to restore order. Remember, si Vishnu is known for being a preserver. Yung sequence ng pagkaka-appear ni Vishnu sa Earth also corresponds with the evolutionary theory. Well, kasabay daw ng pag-appear ni Vishnu sa Earth ay yung pag-evolve din daw ng mga living things here on Earth. And nakakamangha kasi this is actually being recorded by the sages, Hindu sages. Quote-unquote, they recorded these things thousands of years before the birth of Christ. So, hindi ko na patatagalin. This would be the 10 incarnations or avatars of Vishnu. So, first, he appeared on earth as Matsya, which is a big fish. And this is also the time that the first life forms on earth came. At ito rin yung time na nagkaroon daw ng the Great Flood. Scientific studies have confirmed that the very first life forms on Earth actually evolved underwater. The second avatar of Vishnu was Kurma, a huge tortoise. Well, hindi ganong clear sa screen natin kung paano siya naging tortoise, diba? Kasi you might be thinking, tentacles yata yun eh. Pero diba yung tortoise or yung mga turtles, they live both on land and in water. Dito sa image natin, Kurma is presented as half man, half tortoise. Scientifically, the shift from underwater to land is a stage in the evolutionary process as well. Life forms that dwelt underwater evolved so that they can survive on land. At yun naman yung naging next step ng evolution. At dun nga dumating si Kurma. Then the third incarnation of Vishnu was the boar called Varaha. The boar is an animal that can survive only on land. In this incarnation, the life form has adapted to land. Naka-adapt na yung life form dun sa lupa. Nakalipat na from water to land. Then the fourth incarnation of Vishnu is Narasimha, half man and half lion form. With this avatar, the shift from animal to human form begins. So, medyo nagkakaroon na dito ng pagiging tao. Then the fifth avatar of Vishnu is the dwarf or Vamana. In Vamana, the animal form transitions to a human form completely and develops the faculty of intelligence. So, mas matalino, mas nagkakaroon na ng understanding. Then the sixth avatar of Vishnu is the forest dweller named Parasurama. He owns weapons like the axe, and in ancient days, diba, the sharp stones were fashioned into different forms of weapons, including axes. Thus, this avatar represents the first settlement of human beings in forests and the use of weapons and tools to hunt and kill. Maybe I would call this as Parasurama as the hunter, not just the forest dweller. The seventh incarnation is actually my favorite, and he is Rama or Ram the leader. He is civilized and owns superior weapons like bows and arrows. The humans during his time or Rama's time could already clear the forests and already live in small communities or villages. Sa isa pang epic, which is Ramayana, Rama is considered as a leader who protects his villages and the people who reside in it. And that epic contains the adventures of Lord Ram in pursuit of Sita, yung kanyang pinakamamahal. The eighth incarnation is Balarama, and he is depicted with a plow. The plow is an agricultural tool which signifies the beginning of farming and the cultivation of crops. Human beings are now involved in agricultural activities, and they no longer depend on meat and forests for food. So masasabi natin that the agrarian economy has already begun in the world. Next naman yung pinaka-cute. Ayan, the ninth incarnation is Krishna. He is a cowherd, kumbaga pastol, and during this period of evolution, people already domesticated animals and owned livestock. Mas nag-i-improve na rin yung ating farming when it comes to domesticated animals or those with four legs. Then the 10th avatar of Vishnu is Kalki. Well, sabi nila, he is yet to manifest. Hindi pa siya nadating sa earth. Scriptures actually say that he will come riding a white horse called Devadatha, brandishing a naked sword and blazing like a comet. Some legends also claim that when the world is about to end, Kalki's horse will stamp the earth with its right foot. Parang sa Christianity, this is the second coming of Christ. So sa Mahabharata naman, Kalki as one of the avatars of Vishnu, ito yung pagdating ni Kalki. There is actually another avatar which branched out into another religion from Hinduism. Actually, nagkakaroon pa nga rin ng talks right now if indeed it is an avatar or not. May isa pang ang ism ang bumunga out of this, and still, kinoconnect nila tong avatar kay Vishnu at kilala niyo siya bilang the Enlightened One. Siya po si Gautama Buddha, founder of Buddhism, and some scriptures say that Buddha replaces Balarama in the original 10 avatars. So si Balarama yung kanina binanggit po natin na siya yung god of agriculture. Because Buddhism is actually a religion in China, they are really asking if indeed Buddha is an avatar of Vishnu. Then we proceed with the Canterbury Tales, and this book depicts the religion and customs of English in early days. Nanggaling ito sa England at sinulat ni Geoffrey Chaucer, and this book has 24 tales categorized into fragments. Nabuo ito because of a storytelling contest during church pilgrims. Ito naman yung last sa ating part 1. Yung ika-anim na influential literary work was written by Harriet Beecher Stowe. Basic theme ng story ng Uncle Tom's Cabin is to expose the sad fate of slaves. Likewise, this became the basis of democracy. And this was the best-selling book during the 19th century kasi nga about slavery. However, alam nyo ba that in recent times, to be called as Uncle Tom is actually an insult. During the mid-20th century kasi, the critics of the book regarded him as spineless and submissive. Another trivia naman is that this became the inspiration of Jose Rizal para mabuo naman niya yung kanyang dalawang nobela, which are El Filibusterismo and Noli Me Tangere. As a recap, these are the first 6 influential books sa ating listahan. Again, we have the Bible, the Koran, the Iliad and the Odyssey, the Mahabharata, the Canterbury Tales, and Uncle Tom's Cabin. There you have it. That ends our part 1 of the 12 literary compositions which influenced the world. Pero bago tayo mag-end, balikan natin ang ating pop question kanina. The Mahabharata is the source of myths and legends in Greece. The answer is false. Kasi ang source ng myths and legends ay ang Iliad and Odyssey. Ang Mahabharata naman is for India. Up next would be the remaining 6 and listed on screen ang mga titles ng mga literary works na ito. So we have the Divine Comedy, El Cid Campeador, The Song of Roland, The Book of the Dead, The Book of the Days, and 1001 Nights, or the so-called the Arabian Nights. That's it. Thank you very much and hoping you learned something from today. Don't forget to click like and subscribe and hit that notification bell para updated ka po sa mga educational videos na ina-upload natin. Once again, this is Abigail of A Beautiful Day to Learn. Bye!